Welcome back for another solo industry video. I wanted to do kind of a small progress update since we're kind of in one of those times where we're waiting for a lot of research and stuff like that to get done. And also kind of talk about some new BPOs I've picked up. I've already kind of put them into research here, but we really haven't done anything with our Deluge BPCs yet. I'm probably going to make one of them so I can use one of those ships. So our squall that we have is probably going to get consumed for that. And then the other ones, I've also done some research. You know, they're ranging anywhere. They're ranging to sell on contract for about 10 million, but haven't really decided what I want to do with those yet. But in terms of like just updating for our market orders, we've sold quite a bit. Well, we probably sold more Mars shuttles than anything. And then we've also sold about an equal amount of Ventures and Caldari stuff and everything. Now, Galante shuttles have been selling a little bit slowly, but I think that's just because they're ugly. But we're going to have market orders on this stuff for a while. I mean, we still have over 700 of everything, which is fine. But let's go ahead and just kind of give a little bit of an update. So what I did was I essentially went and picked up a industrial Sinofield generator blueprint. It's in research right now. And then I also picked up an expanded cargo hold 1 blueprint. These are pieces to the Venture Sino fit that is widely used. These are more realistically will be able to be done at scale for what we have available. The only other BPO that I'm really missing on that fit would be the rig, but one of the salvage pieces that goes into that rig isn't really available on Rex in the area that I'm in right now, so I'll probably kind of just skip on making the rigs for it. And also I just did some like cost comparison as far as profitability, and the rigs don't really have a great profit margin or anything. These Sino generators and the expanded cargo holds we can make a little bit on, but we can also end up using them ourselves and things. But I don't know, I might end up getting the rig BPO down the road, and just kind of buying the salvage that I don't have access to out here, or we might put an alt somewhere to farm that stuff. But basically I got both of these in. I got this one in for X8 for material efficiency, and then I put the expanded cargo hold in for X10. It's a lot quicker to research this one, so X10 material efficiency as well. So that's got about 4 days. Got about 2 days left on X8 here, and the goal here is just going to be getting those guys completely researched before we kind of pull the trigger on that stuff. Now, in terms of what kind of goes into these, you know, it's kind of more of the same. You know, we got trit, pyrite, mexilon, isogen, noxium, xydrine, all that stuff. So between this and Ventures and the expanded cargo holds, we're probably going to start doing some spud main mining. So for these, it just requires isogen, noxium, and so not very much of each. But before we actually start researching this stuff or manufacturing this stuff, we want to make sure we get the mineral and time efficiency maxed out the best we can. Everything else we've got invention jobs in X10 invention jobs for the Squall BPCs we have, or the Squall copies we had, and these are going in for Torrent. So we're gonna hopefully see how many of those we get. I don't know if I'll probably not make a Torrent. I'll probably just sell those BPCs. We'll see. My use case for the Deluge is, you know, probably one of the big motivating factors of actually making those first. But and then also we have the Squall blueprint in here down for X3 on its material efficiency, and we're going to slowly start trying to max this guy out as well. But other than that, we've been kind of mining just to kind of facilitate more trit, mexilon, pyrite. This tune hasn't really been doing any mining lately. I've been doing it all on the solo mining tune, and then just kind of trading it over to here. So we're going to be focusing a lot on the trit and the plag and stuff like that, and the pyro, and before we start getting into spud main. One of my main focuses is going to be actually going out there a couple times a week to Poshvin and bring back as much spud main as we can, and that will help kind of stockpile the things we need for the extenders and for the sino generators and things like that, and also just kind of get us in a good rhythm for getting all that stuff reliably. Now, in the future, I would like to actually start making mining barges, and so having a lot of those materials is going to come in handy. And I might actually go full bore in putting guys in Poshman with like a porpoise and stuff like that, so we can compress and we can actually, you know, bring a sizable amount out every week in the compressed variant and stuff. So that is pretty much what's going on right now. I really wanted to kind of get this video, this update, and kind of, you know, out to you guys. I know it's been a minute, and since we kind of did the last one, I haven't done anything. If I do any sort of manufacturing for these BPCs for the Deluge, I'll probably include those in an episode. We had to source quite a bit of materials for this stuff. I mean, we got a lot of stuff goes into these, so kind of advanced if you get all this stuff from scratch. But the BPCs themselves are also just kind of worth a little bit as well. But also, we're just kind of we're going to try to just get to the point. The main goal is basically just to get to the point where we can build at scale something that we can reliably sell, and we'll make our profits that way. And you have to have kind of access to a lot of different BPOs or BPCs and kind of ride the market and figure out what is profitable to make now, because what we could make profitable, a good profit margins for something now might not be good profit margins in like a month, right? So you want to have kind of a library of BPOs or BPCs that you can kind of utilize, and that's really kind of the stage that we're at. We're just kind of building our library of things we can do. Ventures are always going to sell, especially near this starter system, as long as we're pricing competitively. We've been selling shuttles for like a month now, and so that's been reliable income. Not a lot, mind you, but it's reliable income, and that was kind of the goal there as well. And then moving into like mining barges, we're making like procurers, retrievers, coveters. Those will sell as well too, especially if we are competitive with our prices. But it also forces me to go out and get materials in areas of space I wouldn't normally go out and get, right? It you know, kind of forces, you know, variance in gameplay, which is sometimes needed. You know, I like to, you know, get in my little bubble and hang out in my comfort zone some, and, you know, I probably wouldn't be overly focused on going to like Poshman or doing rare ore sites or going to low seg do mining if I didn't have some other goal going on. So that's really another motivating factor for me as well. But that's going to be it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.